In heated boardroom meetings, while men shouted and argued, John D. Rockefeller said nothing. He sat still, hands folded, eyes down. Others spoke. He calculated. This was not weakness. It was control. Rockefeller believed the loudest man in the room was already losing. America's oil industry was chaos. Explosions lit the night sky. Refineries burned. Oil spilled into rivers, wasted and unmeasured. Men drilled without plans. They gambled instead of calculated. This was the Wild West of industry. No rules, no structure, only noise. Rockefeller hated noise. He saw oil not as a gamble, but as a system waiting to be disciplined. While others drilled, Rockefeller refined. While others fought for barrels, he fought for processes. He studied transportation costs, barrels, pipes, railroads, storage. Every detail mattered. A penny saved was not small. It was multiplied millions of times. This is how he built his weapon. Not oil, not money, efficiency. Then came Cleveland. Refiners thought they were competing. They were wrong. Rockefeller met with them quietly. One by one, he offered them a choice: sell and become rich, or refuse and be starved. Railroads gave him secret rebates. Competitors paid more to move the same oil. Margins collapsed. Fires burned. Bankruptcies followed. This was not war. It was surgery. The Cleveland Massacre left no bodies, only ownership papers. Rockefeller did not crush his rivals. He absorbed them. Before we continue, if you're fascinated by how power is really built, not through speeches, but through systems, this channel reveals the architects of empire. Subscribe so you don't miss the next chronicle. We're just beginning to see how Rockefeller's machine consumed America. Standard Oil grew, not wildly, not recklessly, precisely. Every refinery connected, every pipeline calculated, every cost reduced. Extraction, refining, transport, distribution. A closed loop. He did not build a monopoly by force. He built one by making resistance uneconomical. Prices fell. Kerosene became affordable. Factories stayed lit longer. America accelerated. And Standard Oil sat beneath it all, silent, efficient, unavoidable. Critics called him a monster. Rockefeller did not respond. He believed emotion was irrelevant. The system worked. Here's a question. Would you build an empire knowing the world would call you a monster? Rockefeller believed the system mattered more than the man. Drop your thoughts in the comments. And if you haven't subscribed, now's the time. We're building a chronicle of those who valued power over popularity. The story gets darker from here. In 1911, the government acted. The Supreme Court declared Standard Oil too powerful. It was dismantled. 34 companies rose from its remains. Exxon, Chevron, Mobil. The world did not change. Because Rockefeller's system survived him, he walked away wealthier than ever. The machine kept running. Rockefeller was not a villain. He was not a hero. He was order imposed on chaos. A man who believed waste was sin and control was virtue. This is how the modern world is built. Not by passion, not by morality, but by systems. If you want to understand power, real power, not through charisma, but through systems that outlast empires. This chronicle continues. Subscribe to the Titan Chronicle. Next we explore another architect of the modern world, one who built power through discipline most would call impossible. What's your biggest takeaway from Rockefeller's system? Drop it below. I read every comment. One final truth. History is not remembered by the loud. It is owned by the silent.